a profound effect on this.
They'll run it now. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8-2. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Prescott now on second down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's going to go for a big play, and a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd down, Prescott. And incomplete. There's the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And now running right through it. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that catch was not so immaculate, but it does move the sticks.
Oh, I hear what you're doing right there. You're talking about Franco Harris and one of the all-time great catches in NFL history. The immaculate reception. Franco, a 4-time Super Bowl champ, that helped contribute to it that game against the Raiders.
Finished his career with 307 catches. I don't think you'd see that number from a fullback in today's NFL. He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. On third down, that's George. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they will take over at time. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Now Prescott. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go, 46.
To throw is Prescott. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Good.
Prescott from the gun on third. Being chased out left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, that's George. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Lambo on for the extra point. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Prescott, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. And this time not quite. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Looking to throw. Prescott steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing. Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
26.
On third down. That's George. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football...
So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Prescott flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Sanders. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
46. Sweat. Sweat today. Woo. 26.
First down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, Prescott. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Back to throw. His throw incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Sweat today. Here we go, 46.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
46.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
26.
Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be... Come the Cowboys. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, it's George. And he lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football, but this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This from long, very long range. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a preview.